Today in Edge of Eternity Standard, we are replaying my Hemosympic Might Fling deck using the new awesome rare, and we are showing you how to win. Look at this, guys. We are now 62 and 26, maintaining a 70% win rate, still in the top 100 Mythic. And we climbed all the way to Mythic with this initially from Diamond very, very quick. Look at our win rates, guys. We're winning everything. Some people are like, watch out about, well, what about Selesnya? Or what about white life gain? I don't know. We're 7-2 against white and 7-2 against Selesnya. Guys, this is the best deck in Standard. Now, some people have been saying, I went 20-3. Some people are like, I went 1-15. This deck's terrible. Well, I'm here to show you the right play patterns. We're going to go through some games that I think actually are very nice to show what people may be missing with this deck and how to play against some perceived harder matchups like decks with wipes or with a lot of removal. But guys, 62 and 26, how many games is that? That is, I'm so bad at math, the 88 games. 4 hours of playtime. If you can't win with this deck after this video, well, some people don't like every deck. We've got other decks. Check out my Orzhov Skeletons. But if you should be able to win with this deck after this video. Let's go. Mythic! Mythic with a 4 rare deck? Let's go. Yeah! Smashing. Let's go. Hey, it's Mythic Mike. Guys, this deck is the best deck in Standard. It still is. The meta has not adjusted for it. As you saw, math does not lie, baby. But I'm here to help you out and show you why we've made some of the choices we have. And if you watch the games, I really try to focus on the thought process and the play patterns. I talked about this deck the last video, so if you want to see the detailed deck tech where I just talk about the basics and the cards, go there. But I am going to talk about some of the things I've heard in the comments, and people have been either critical or asking questions about the deck. One is they're asking, why do I play Reckless Lackey over something like the one-drop Rabbit or something that looks better statted? The reason is turn 1 Hemosympic. This one pretty much doubles your buff spells if you play the buff spell on Hemosympic Might, because when it taps, it gives a creature +X/+X, where X is power. Turn 1 Hemosympic, always played out. Turn 2, you play Reckless Lackey, and you put a buff spell. Only one of our buff spell gives haste, so any of these buff spells on Hemosympic. You cannot do that, and then you attack in. Now this buffs Hemosympic, and it buffs Reckless Lackey. You cannot do that play pattern if this thing does not have haste. So that's why, and I do like the first strike because it makes it hard for them to block. Clockwork Percussionist is worth considering, but that's why we're doing that. Now, Wildfire Wickerfolk. People similarly are like, oh, it doesn't do much for me. Guys, it's a 3-2 haste in an aggro deck. And again, which we'll talk about in the video, we have 2 modes of attack. One is like a big slick shot or Hemosympic Mike fling turn to win really early. Turn 3 all the time we win. But the other one is to chip in with our threats, including these like overstatted bodies that we're just tacking in. We save our buff spells. You don't blow your buff spells, and we just win off that damage. And then when they do try to kill something, we have ways to deal with that, which I'll get into in a second. But I just want to give you a line of play here. Turn 1 Hemosympic, and look, if you don't get Hemosympic turn 1, it's fine. The meta's not fast enough that if we went turn 4, because we have to wait to play our 2-drops, that's still going to be fine almost always. So let's say turn 1 Hemosympic, turn 2 we play Wildfire Wickerfolk or Frenzy Bailoff. Let's say they have a 1/1 blocker, right? Like a 1/1 or something. So we don't want to attack him with our Hemosympic, but we attack him with one of these. So now turn 2 we do 3 damage, right? We attack him with this, we do 3 damage. They swing in with their creatures, they don't have a blocker. Next turn, we put any 2 of our +3/+0 buff spells on Hemosympic. So let's just say that we have these 2 out on our Hemosympic. This will be a 7/1. When we attack in, this then becomes 10 power. That 17 plus the initial 3 is lethal. If this is not a 3-2 haste, you will not have that play line. Now, if you're able to attack with Hemosympic turn 2, which sometimes you are, it'll go even quicker. But that it means these 3/2s are broken because the math lines up perfectly. And look, sometimes they're going to have blockers in their block. I'm just talking about in those ideal worlds. Even mono red likes to attack him with all its creatures, right? There are a lot of turn 3s where there are no blockers. Now, people have been saying, what do you do against decks with lots of removal? I show a few games in here. It's super easy. All you do is you play out your creatures. Like, let's say, obviously, if you get Hemosympic, play that out and then play out whatever. But let's say you don't. You just play out like a Wildfire. You attack in, they don't block, or let's say they kill it. Next turn, you play like an Emberheart, and you have 1 mana up. Do not play your buff spells. Just hold them. If they are playing mono black or some kind of blue-white control or something, just play 1 threat at a time. And against blue-white, because you're worried about board wipes, but against mono black, just play your threats out and do not play your buff spells until they tap out, or you have to because you're about to die or something, right? Because what you don't realize is just attacking in with like 2 3/2s is going to win the game so quickly. Attacking with a 3/2 and a might, that's doing 5 damage a turn. Save your buff spells. We have 3 protection too, so if you get protection, you can go a little more aggressively. And if they try to kill something, play an inside out on it, right? But that's what I'm saying. Even if you could win by doing some big turn, if they have mana up and it's mono black or something, just don't do it. If they're mono black aggro, you probably want to do it sometimes. But if it's like blue black control, just keep chipping in, holding mana up. Don't waste your buff spells until they tap out, until you have to, or until you have a protection spell. It's that easy. What about Pinnacle, the new temporary lockdown artifact? Well, first of all, we can just win big turns, but that's when you plot the slick shot and you do it at haste speed. It gets around Pinnacle. That's when you, if you know Pinnacle's coming, just play a threat at the time and keep attacking in. You can easily win that, as I showed. I mean, you can have these giant turns. Like Slick Shot alone counters that deck. What if they play the tapped creature, the white 1-drop enchantment that makes all your creatures come in tapped and gains life? Well, that's a bummer and a big counter to this deck. Most decks only play 1 or 2 that play it. And the best thing you can do there, although it'll still be a negative matchup, is you just play 1 threat at a time, and then you use buff spells on just one thing, hopefully with protection. And if they kill your stuff, you try to play turn inside out to maintain 1 creature, and you do the similar chip strategy where you don't blow your load too early. So I hope that helps. I will talk about mulliganing and stuff too, and you're gonna see some of this in action. It's a little shorter video. I've been playing a lot on my phone too, so I played even more than these 90 games. I probably played like 150. We're still in the top 100 Mythic. Guys, this deck rocks. And again, whenever I play Fling in my decks, there's a subset of people that find it not winnable. I think it's just way more difficult when Fling's involved. Remember, too, that you can just play a ton of buff spells and play Wild Ride twice and tap a creature, and then Fling after you use Wild Ride to bring it back from the graveyard to like make Slick Shot bigger. Even though you tap Slick Shot to play this, you can then still fling it. So sometimes people don't see that line of play where you fling a tapped creature you played Wild Ride back on if like they have a flying blocker. So there's a lot of things. It gets very tricky. But I've got Orzhov. My Orzhov one is a very straightforward aggro skeleton strategy. We're going to have other decks. So if this isn't your cup of tea, no worries. But if it is, you should be able to win with it. And this video will help. Like and subscribe. Let's go. All right, Scott Shireman. Let's go. People ask, when I mulligan, I only mulligan if I don't have a creature at all. Or if I have under 2 lands. This is very, very fine. Frenzied is beautiful. I really do wish we had that 4th rare land still that rotated, but it has been working for me. It has been working for me. I mean, my God, we're still sitting pretty. Not only did I play the games I showed you, but I've also played about 50 games on my phone. Just like chilling in the hot tub or something, just playing on my phone. And if I did not have a very good win rate, like I would be knocked out of the top couple hundred, right, by now. So we've probably played around 130 games with this deck, and we're still sitting pretty. So I don't know what to tell people. I mean, the truth of the matter is, whenever I make a Fling deck, there's a subset of people that say it doesn't work. And I think it's because the play patterns get exponentially more complicated the more when there's flank. So, hey, look, if you don't like it, check out my Orzhov deck where I go the skeleton route. Let me see. I mean, I could just win, right? Do I just win still? I think so. That's why I'm like, how are people losing with this? There's third 3 kills everywhere. All right. Well, there you go, baby. Crazy legs. So unfortunately, we do have to mulligan there. But I was fine. Again, as I keep saying. So we might need double green, right? This is a little different than another fling deck in that green's more important than the red. As I'm saying, as long as we have 1 creature and 2 lands, and they're not unplayable lands, we will be not mulliganing. Okay. So obviously we got to hit a threat here. There we go. I mean, most of our decks is some sort of threat. Alright. So this is removal tribal. The good thing about that is turn inside out is a great way to deal with it, right? You should always be using it as a 1-mana 2/2. Now, they might counter it or kill it in response for sure, right? Okay. Keep the threats going. Doesn't make a difference, right? We actually do want to land in our graveyard when you're manifesting, because then our Wicker Folk could get the... So one of the things, if they might have removal up, just don't play your combat tricks. Everyone's like, removal's killing me and blowing me out. Yeah. Dude, they will eventually die from a 2/2. They will literally eventually die from a 2/2. Just swing in with your 2/2. And usually you have like a 3/2 out and something else, right? Okay. Just keep, like, let's say you've got 1/1 might and you're 3/2 out. And they're keep holding up removal. And you've got all these buff spells. Don't go for the kill. Just literally swing in with your 2/2, hold it up, wait till you get a protection spell, or they tap out, and eventually they're going to have to kill it. Interesting. Eventually they're going to... So this is exactly the example, right? Blue. Blue... Is this a board wipe in that I should literally hold this back? Well, I'm not gonna... So if he already had the black mana out, I would actually hold this and just keep attacking with the 2/2. But since he doesn't yet have the mana for the wipe, I'm going to save it. Now, this one, I'm just gonna do that. I'm not even gonna... Okay. Like, look at how safe we're playing, right? Look at how safe we're playing. Which one? I mean, he might not have anything, right? It seems like he might not. Alright, and we tap it on. But do you see how we're just waiting, guys? Come on, don't blow your load too early. You can't be doing that stuff. You gotta just be chill. And then you beat these removal piles. It's that easy, baby. Alright, Uprise. My god, this is beautiful, right? Important thing to know about this deck. There's pretty much 2 paths to win. One is a big might buff or a slick shot buff at instant speed, right? That's one path. We're going to do that one, and the reason is this will, next turn when we attack with this, it will draw us a card. So that's one path, like a full big turn 3 kill. The other path is we are just playing threats, right? 3-2, 3-2, 2-2, and we're just smashing in, and we don't even have to buff. We will for that extra damage, but it's not as important. Do we just win already? No, right? Oh my god. How are you guys losing with this deck? I don't even understand how you're losing with this deck. Do you see Mike goes first, the other creature, and then you do that play pattern? Man. You know, look, not every deck is for everyone. Non-fling decks, I'll be making more. So if this one isn't working for you, don't worry. Check out my Auras Off recent deck, which is more straightforward aggro. But man, if you like some fling decks, there's nothing better. All right, Royarian, let's go. So people have been saying they don't like this card, and they want to put in things like the rabbit, right? I'm going to do this only because we're playing red, right? Usually I'd put the starting town. So they're misunderstanding. The reason why you need a 1-drop haste guy here, which honestly I probably should update in my No Rare Fling deck too, is because you go turn 1 might, turn 2 this guy, and you play a combat trick on the might. Like an inside out, one that doesn't give it haste. Now it double buffs. And if you don't have a 1-drop haste guy swinging in simultaneously, you don't get that play pattern. Interesting, huh? Very interesting. Should we have just done the slick shot route? If we had the fling, I would have done it. But, it's interesting, right? What's really nice about the meta, which is why this is so good without removal. Now, sure. Life gain can be a little tricky sometimes. The hardest matchup I've found, although we have a very positive win rate, is Boros Burn. So if they play this with the Boros Burn that gains them life, that seems difficult. I guess it's this, right? I guess it's this. I feel like they should be dead from this, don't you? As long as we sequence correctly. Are they staying on blocks? When you're sequencing the show off, usually you want to do the manifest guy first and hold up the giant growth to blow out the removal. Because they won't want the manifest. Is he dead? I mean, we're just going to go for it. Math is for blockers, right? Isn't that the saying? Oh god, did we not get there? Oh! Guys, these are all in a row, by the way. If you haven't checked the numbers, sometimes I move them out. You guys are losing with this deck. Come on, man, get it together. Death to all pigeons. Dude, can you believe it? Can you believe how good this deck is? So literally every creature, again, outside of Might has haste. And the reason is, if they don't have blockers, we can turn to one of these. The Might will buff it. And if we get our 1-drop haste guy, we can actually play the 1-drop and a combat trick on Might, which will double buff. And because this guy goes in with haste, What the other 1-drop goes in with haste, we get the benefit of it. So you cannot, at least how this deck is currently formulated, use non-haste creatures. It's just, should I be doing this? 2 life now. So I guess it is this, so we will take some hits. Will he double block? Also, a reason to play Wildfire Wickerfolk that is under thought about. This, when it dies, it counts as an artifact and a creature. And we can actually get to Delirium relatively easy on this to make this a 4/3 haste. With both our Manifest Dread thing, as well as if one of these dies, we just need to get a instant and sorcery. So this and this will actually turn on our Wildfire. But again, I'm not playing Wildfire to turn it on. I'm playing Wildfire as a 3/2 haste. There is literally no other card in Standard that's a 3/2 haste, besides the new green 3/2 haste, Trample guy. This is overstated without the buff. Guys, there's no such thing as a 3/2 haste. I don't think you understand that. Alright, are we going to have our first loss here? I think I did mess up, huh? I think I did mess up. Yeah, I should have done this, huh? So he's going to block the big one with the 1/1. And unfortunately, it does not yet have trample. It will next turn. So that is a mistake. Again, we have a reasonable amount of trample. We got the flying guy that gets through. Alright, let me think here. I just double buff this. How big? I don't think it's game. Wow. Oh no, we're gonna lose to this. Maybe. Ooh, that's a bummer. Oops, I should have put the might down. Let me think here. Tap this. Put it on this. Oh, I lost the trample. Oh, God, I lost the trample. I lost the trample. By playing back the sorcery? Alright, he got me this one. I don't think I would have won anyways. Now, like all decks, you can lose. If you see the win rate, we have a, like, crazy on the play, like 90%, and then on the draw, it's like 57%. So, you will lose sometimes. Alright. It's okay, we're gonna have instant... And because the, we're gonna have Revenge, is it the same deck? I don't know why, I just assumed... Nope. Ooh. We're gonna instantly win, though. Oh, shoot, so we can't play this. Alright. With that being the case... I think it is just that, right? He's got to watch out, because as he gets himself closer to 10 life... So, this could be... I mean, I think a few people are playing these cards together, obviously, but... It's got to watch out. We have 2 combat tricks on this. I mean, we should be able to do the 10 just from that. What's really funny is I made an Orzhov Skeletons deck, which is amazing, right? But I actually had a mono black with these cards. Who knows if he plays the same 3-drop. And it wasn't doing as good for me. But I checked on Untapped. It had like a 57% rate. My mono black from early access. People played it over like 250 games. This is tricky, right? This goes to where the play patterns are tricky. I think it has to be... I mean, I probably shouldn't have given it away. Alright. Or maybe I actually double tricked him, because he's like, why would he show me that unless he didn't have the rest? Well, there we are again, guys. I mean, the point being, we've got a lot of avenues of success here. Alright, Kermit Kiss. Now, some people may say, how do you know if you're going to go for a big one-turn kill or just do chip damage? Remember, you can make it enter-tapped if you don't need to play it. It comes down to two things. One is your starting hand. Sometimes you'll get a slick shot, combat tricks, a protection spell, and a fling, and you're like, all right, I guess we're going to go for that. But more importantly, usually, usually I want to play Ember Hurt before Slick Shot. We're saving Slick Shot for a later one-turn kill or when we have to. A lot of it comes down to the deck they're playing. So if they're playing mono white life gain, we need to set up for an early big kill. And even if we think they don't actually have instant speed removal in that deck usually, but even if we thought they did, we have to do it, right? Same thing against Synthesizer to some extent, although we can win on later flying turns with Slick Shot. And you do want to avoid the board wipe by not playing too much against Synthesizer. But, okay, let me think here. Ooh, does he have instant speed? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I have protection, right? The only reason we're playing Wild Ride is we can double play it and to give the might. So we are going to save the protection because... Now, he can still kill one with whatever it's called, right? And But what I was saying is if you're playing against a heavy removal deck like Mono Black or something, or like some kind of control pile, just do chip damage. So here is a perfect example. Let's say he let this play out. Some people would play the Giant Growth. Oh, I was going to say he can't even. Some people would have played the Giant Growth to go for the big turn. I was not going to. I was just going to attack because I do not want to get blown out when I play my combat trick. That being said, now that he's given me a free turn, which will happen sometimes, then we use our stuff, right? So you play super conservative against control and mono black things. Unless, like, look, if they're going to win next turn, you got to do what you got to do. Until they give you an opportunity. And if they don't give you an opportunity, you're going to win with 3-2s. Like, this and this attacking, this is a 4-3, this is a 1-1. That's 5 damage a pop. You don't need to buff them at all. Wait for them. We win next turn with show off and that. Do you see what I'm telling you? This is the easiest deck to win in the world. In the whole world. You just gotta play a little conservative, because if we had, like, played everything when they still had their get lost up, we wouldn't have won. And then now we just made it look smooth like butter. Oh, we're back in the top 100. Come on, baby, let's go. Smashing, let's go.